Just saw the video from Voss's Dresses for Less, and man, kind of ugly. This woman is cursing, going off, but it could have ended a lot worse, and that's what I want to talk about. Welcome to Escaping the Echo Chamber. So if you haven't seen the video, let's take a look at it right now.
This ignorant, nobody motherfucking bitch is what you are.
Please leave.
Oh, I'm leaving.
Please leave.
You're gonna be leaving soon too. I promise you that, you fucking no good bitch.
Okay, that's fine.
You guys want to
Bye. Have a
call
good day.
racism? Bitch, you're more racist than the fucking white person ever is.
Okay.
Fuck you, you fucking black bitch.
Okay, that doesn't bother me.
Fuck you.
Okay, have a good day.
Don't dance around on your porch like a fucking monkey, whore.
Get out.
So now that you've seen the video, what do you think? Do you think that this woman was just angry? Do you think this woman had an agenda? Do you think this woman wanted to cause something to happen? That's what I think. I think she was angling to escalate the situation. I don't think this was just anger. I think she was trying to get a rise out of this manager. One of the things you notice is her insults start increasing in intensity. So she goes from mentioning racism, calls her a black bitch. Ultimately, when it is evident that she is not getting a rise out of this woman, when this woman says, hey, okay, have a nice day, she comes back, and that's when she gets just take the hood off, racist, basically calls her a porch monkey. Now, it's interesting. I saw on Twitter a bunch of stuff, bunch of reactions. One of the reactions is the word context. That dude got ratioed. He got ratioed for a reason. Cause, what? Context. You got ratioed for a reason. That was a stupid tweet. Maybe you knew that. Maybe you were just doing that just to be funny, facetious. But you got ratioed for a reason. But what's really interesting is this actually reminds me of a story my brother told me. And I remember when my brother told me this, it's my older brother, big dude. And he's talking about how he's trying to tell me that I need to get my anger under control. And I'm coming from a situation where, hey, you let your anger, hey, it's part of, hey, you got to let people know who you are, where you stand. Basically, it's a bravado thing, But he's telling me that kind of mentality is not good, and I need to change my outlook. I need to be smarter. And then he tells me a story about something that happened to him. So he was, on a business. He had a client, and the client, was upset about something. So they're out in front of the house, not in front of the house that he's dealing with the client at. And the client starts yelling at him. Starts yelling, cursing. And he says the guy gets close up to him. Now, at this point, I'm hearing this story, and I'm getting angry for my brother. I'm imagining if I'm in his situation, or if I'm there. If I'm there, I'm saying to myself, it's on. It's there's not going to be any conversation. I'm handling the situation. Not that my brother can't. Like I said, my brother's a big dude. He can handle himself. But it's just that the just hearing of him describing how this dude is just going off, being so disrespectful, has me getting heated for him on his behalf, and I'm not even there. I'm just listening to him tell me about it, and I'm I can feel my anger rising. And then he says, and I just looked at him and smiled. And he says, I know it irritated him, but it just took it took the steam out of him. He could do nothing. It made him powerless. It made him realize how powerless he was, because what he was trying to do was trying to get a reaction out of me. He was trying to get a rise out of me. He says, I'm not going to let somebody else control me. I'm not going to let somebody just be in control of my emotions. I'm in control of my emotions. And it took me some time to get to come to grips with what he said. But what he said is right. And watching this video, I'm like, yes, because it's clear this woman wanted to rise. Now, one of the things he said to me is he didn't know why. Maybe it's something as simple, because sometimes people just want to get a rise out of you because they're angry, they're miserable, and they want you to be angry and miserable too. They want you to have a bad day. They want you to be just as upset, to be just as just thrown off and emotionally just chaotic as they're feeling. Maybe that's it. But maybe there's something more. Maybe this guy wanted him to do something. Maybe this guy wanted him to get physical. Maybe this guy wanted him to get physical and he could file a lawsuit, file a police report, have him arrested. Or maybe this guy had something on him. Maybe this woman had something on her. Remember, she goes and grabs her purse. We don't know what's in her purse. How do we know that if this manager reacts and says, what did you say to me? This woman doesn't pull something out of her purse and end her life. Like I said, I am glad she kept her cool. Have a nice day. It made the other woman more angry, clearly. But hey, have a nice day. That is an important lesson. Because like I said, I don't know if she had anything on her. But she clearly was trying to get a rise out of her, and it didn't work. And as she couldn't get a rise out of her, it made her angrier. It made her more miserable. And maybe that's it. Maybe that was all it was. She just wanted, misery wanted company. And if that is it, guess what? Don't give misery company. If somebody is trying to get a rise out of you, if somebody's just trying to make you as miserable as they are, want you to be just as angry, upset, as in turmoil as they're feeling, no, don't let them. And like I said, it took me a while to get to that point, because at the point when my brother's telling me the story, I'm dealing with anger issues. But being able to listen to him and step back from that situation, I started being able to realize, like, okay, I see what he's saying. I started to think about what he was telling me and realize, yeah, you're right. Because in that one moment, you can get angry, you can rise and meet that level of anger and rage that the other person has, and things can just go way, way south. You could put your hands on them, you could hurt them, you could punch somebody in the face, they hit the ground, hit their head, they're dead. Your life is over. Remember the young man who got called the N-word? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. There's another gentleman his girlfriend was being yelled at by a guy. He comes out, pushes the guy. Guy pulls out his gun, shoots him. It's not worth it. Now, that's not saying being a pushover, but if you need to walk away and just get away from the situation, go ahead. Like in this case, she's an employee. She's running the store, and if this woman continues to be disruptive, she has the option to call the police and say, hey, we have this woman, she's out of control, she refuses to leave, we need to have her escorted. But remember, her job, among other things, is at stake. Her job, her safety, her life. That's why it's so important. Like, even when somebody hits a nerve, hits that button where, because you can tell that got to me, to have her rise to that level of disrespect, and you kind of saw it was coming, because you can see the escalation coming, and you kind of knew she was gonna go there. But being smart, not allowing that sort of thing or anything to get us into a worse situation. If it's words, it's words. Be aware though. If somebody is that agitated, that enraged, be aware that they may not be content to just use words, and be prepared to protect yourself if that need arises. However, do not be the person to initiate violence, because it can go bad very, very quickly. Now, one of the things I'm expecting us to find out some more information about who this woman is. I'm almost certain that the internet is at work. They say this video's been viewed over 2 million times. Yeah, she's gonna be outed soon. And what do you think should happen? I think I know what's gonna happen. I think if she has a job, I think she had a job. But do you think that she should be fired from a job? Do you think it matters what her job is? Do you think, what kind of consequences do you think she should face? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and share. If you don't like the content, if you think, no, you're wrong. If somebody says something to you, you punch them in the face. If that's what you feel, and you think that I'm giving bad advice for telling people, don't be violent, don't react, don't let people get a rise out of you. If you think I'm wrong, go ahead, give me the thumbs down. But don't just give me a thumbs down and run away. Give me a thumbs down and say why in the comment section below. I'll see you next time.